Hey everybody, Rob here. Kind of early in the morning, but I thought I'd do a fun little video. Now, I would say even though Rush is my favorite band, Neal Morse is my favorite musician. He's done so many great albums, and so I thought I would talk about my top 5 favorite Neal Morse contributing albums. And my only rule was one from each of his bands. So we're gonna go through my top 5 favorite. We're gonna start here with Second Nature from Flying Colors. This was 2014. It has a tune on there called Cosmic Symphony, which I think is absolutely brilliant. It's nearly 12 minutes of just amazing stuff here. Searching for the Air is Neal Morse's part in that song, and it's just a fantastic piece of music. It kicks off with Open Up Your Eyes, nearly 12 and a half minutes. It's a fantastic prog song. My favorite song on here, I think, is The Fury of My Love. Just a great, beautiful melodic tune. Just very cool stuff. Mike Portnoy on here, Casey McPherson, Steve Morse, and Dave LaRue. So fantastic super group. Love it. Next up, the Neal Morse Band and Similitude of a Dream. Now, I couldn't decide if I was going to put The Great Adventure or Similitude here, but in the end, Similitude wins out for Breath of Angels and Broken Sky. Long Day, the closing track on each disc. But overall, this is a fantastic album with Bill Hubauer on keyboards and Eric Gillette on guitar, Randy George on bass, and of course Mike Portnoy on drums. This is a fantastic concept album, followed up by another double concept album, so really cool disc here. And next we're going to go to Neal Morse's solo, I guess, I don't know, you would call it, another concept album, Testimony 2. Now, I love Testimony 1, but Testimony 2 is just a brilliant album. Crossing Over Mercy Street is a great tune. Let's see. What am I looking at? The Truth Will Set You Free. Very cool track. And you also get a bonus disc here with a song called Seeds of Gold, which I think is one of the greatest things Neal Morse has ever written. Just an amazing progressive rock concept album about Neal's life. Just a very cool disc. Next up, we finally hit Spock's Beard, and one of probably my favorite concept album of all time, or at least way up there, Spock's Beard Snow album. Of course, a concept album about a man who, when he touches people, he can see their future. Very cool disc. You've got Wind at My Back, which is, I think, one of my favorite Neal Morse written songs ever. Some really cool instrumental stuff on disc 2. Open Wide the Floodgates is great. I mean, this whole album is just amazing, and sadly, it was the last Spock's Beard album written and performed with Neal Morse, although he did come back and do Falling for Forever on the Greatest Hits album. But and that song is also one of my favorite Neal Morse tunes. Really cool song. Next up, just a honorable mention. Didn't really place in the list because it's still kind of new, but Neal Morse and the Resonance, I think, will end up somewhere in my top 10 easy. It's just a great album. That title track, No Hill for a Climber, is just fantastic. And next, finally, my number 1 favorite album of all time, Transatlantic's Bridge Across Forever. I think this album is a masterpiece from start to finish with only 4 songs, and Stranger in Your Soul being my number 1 favorite song of all time. This album is just amazing. Mike Portnoy on drums from Dream Theater, Pete Trewavas from Marillion on bass, Royna Stolt from the Flower Kings on guitar, and Neal Morse. This is in my opinion, the greatest album of all time. So anyway, those are my top 5 Neal Morse fronted. I don't know, he's in all of them. And just fantastic musician. As far as I'm concerned, he can't do any wrong. I love his singer-songwriter stuff. I love his gospel stuff. I love his rock stuff, his prog stuff. The man is a talented and gifted musician. And so anyways, those were my top 5 favorite. Anyway, until next time, doodles.